Wilbur Soot is repeating history, and let me explain why. We all know that in the beginning of the Dream SMP, there was only one main enemy, Dream. And throughout the storyline, he has been the main villain. One of the main reasons for this is that he repeatedly manipulates and controls people. An example of him doing this is when he mind-controlled Ranboo. And so, to combat Dream, Tommy Innit and Wilbur set up a nation, which later became Ranboo. But that was blown up by the person who created Ranboo, which was Wilbur, and then was also blown up later again by a pig and a green blob. They then rebuilt Ranboo, and it was blown up once again. No, I'm just kidding, it wasn't blown up again. Now, you're probably wondering, alright, and what has this got to do with the video at all? How is this information relevant, and why are you a f***ing strawberry? Whoa, alright. There was just no need for that, was there? Well, today, I am here to explain why Wilbur Soot is repeating history on the Dream SMP. Just before the video starts, please check if you are subscribed, because if you didn't know, every time you subscribe, I gain 1 extra subscription. Wait, what? Are you stupid, or like, are you just like telling a joke or something? Oh, no. It's a really cool scientific fact that I just found out, and it actually makes them want to subscribe even more. Okay, no, I've had enough of this guy. I mean, who even thought it was a good idea to hire a fucking talking strawberry? I mean, how does this guy even talk? P.S. I just made a brand new channel where I will be uploading in real life content. So if you want to see what this handsome strawberry looks in real life, then click the link in the top of the description and subscribe. Yeah, no one has to subscribe and follow my Twitch if you want to see more of this handsome strawberry. So, on Wilbur's last stream, we saw quite a handful of events take place. The stream started off with Wilbur and Philza just casually chatting together, nothing out of the ordinary. However, not too long into the stream, Wilbur decides to go and visit Ranboo, and this is where our problems arise. The two begin talking, however, right from the start, we see Wilbur begin to manipulate Ranboo. I mean, this is nothing big at all, but it's just an indication that Wilbur is actually seeking power. So, what is it that he did, you may ask? Well, Wilbur told Ranboo to kill a cow. Yeah, I know, it's not really a big deal, I get that, but I mean, it's just a bit of a random thing, because who walks up to someone and just goes, "Hey Ranboo, kill that cow!" I mean, you just don't do it. And of course, Ranboo did kill the cow, and that was the end of that. Literally, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. This is only the start of Wilbur's plans. Later on in the stream, we can see how much he had developed and how much power he had obtained without Ranboo realizing. But we'll get to that. After this, Ranboo invites him into his house, where Wilbur then goes to deliver a proposition. What is this proposition? To be a colony chef. Yes, Wilbur somehow went from being literally a murderer, a mass murderer, who literally blew up his own kingdom, to then wanting to be a chef. But wait, what if there is a meaning behind this? Well, of course there is. I mean, this is the beginning of Wilbur's arc, and this is where history begins to repeat itself. Wilbur explains how he has nothing to his name, to which he then goes on to say how he could do with a fire spec sword so he can easily get food. I mean, I'm not being funny, but who would trust a previous mass murderer with their enchanted Netherite fire spec sword? Who in the right mind would even do that? Ranboo then gave Wilbur his Netherite sword, which obviously this is just a way of Wilbur seeing how far he can go to gain leverage over Ranboo. Wilbur is wanting to gain his trust, and whilst at it, he's becoming more powerful and is obtaining dangerous items. The conversation didn't end here. Wilbur asks Ranboo if he would like to join him and become his business partner. Not knowing what is happening, and just thinking this is a normal, friendly chat, Ranboo accepts the offer. The two then go on a journey. Wilbur takes Ranboo to Las Nevadas, which if you didn't know, is a nation created by Quackity and is meant to be some sort of gambling haven. As we can now see, Wilbur has some tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he wouldn't just randomly talk to Ranboo for the first time in quite a while, and then go on about becoming a chef and wanting to start a partnership? But let's carry on, and I'll later explain the meaning behind all of this, and why history is repeating itself. Whilst on the way to Las Nevadas, Ranboo tells a story about how he used to have a cookie stand out of Las Nevadas, and that Quackity didn't like him having his own shop there, and so forced them to close. This gave Wilbur an idea. If he was to have a food company near Quackity's nation, then this will cause conflict between the two. But why would Wilbur want conflict? Simple. Wilbur wants power. If he won a war against Quackity, then he would have a lot of leverage. However, right now I'm not sure as though a war is the most likely outcome, Instead, I think Wilbur is planning to drive Quackity out of business and to starve Las Nevadas of money, causing Quackity to make some kind of deal or negotiation with Wilbur. But who knows what kind of deal this could be. We know Wilbur has some tricks up his sleeve and they're slowly unraveling, but it's hard to predict what Wilbur may want right now.
So what I want to do is make competitions so that when Las Nevadas fully opens up, people have options. They don't just have to eat at Las Nevadas. They can, if they want, come to our grill.
Okay.
And the difference is that we'll make our grill better than theirs. And then we'll make lots of money and Quackity will be left to, you know, we have to make a deal with us.
As we can see, Ranboo is following Wilbur down this path, which is a dangerous one. Obviously, he doesn't know what is happening and doesn't realize that Wilbur is taking advantage of him. However, because he has such a friendly and open personality, Ranboo is falling into Wilbur's trap. Wilbur shows Ranboo the land where he'll build his own restaurant, which is directly on the border of Las Nevadas. Like what we said earlier, Wilbur has done this purposely to annoy Quackity by creating competition.
The
See that?
clock, actually.
See that?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
That's our border. Well, technically,
Oh.
this wood is our border. This area,
Okay.
This area is ours. I've been trying to think of a name for it. I'm thinking about paradise.
However, this isn't where the fun stops. Wilbur has a plan to rebuild the hot dog van, the one which was a signature landmark of Lemanburg. Also the one which he and Tommy made hot dogs in. Definitely hot dog. Wilbur mentioned that Tommy is also helping him build this. However, instead of it being a hot dog van, it is going to become a burger van. Personally, I don't think that becoming a rival of Quackity's restaurant is Wilbur's main mission, nor is making a deal with Quackity either. Instead, I think that Wilbur is planning to create another nation, just like what Lemanburg once was, and his goal is to simply conquer everything. We know how smart Wilbur is, and we know what he is like, so I think he's going to try his very best to gain power over everyone, and will do whatever it takes to do so. After recently being revived, Wilbur will have many ambitions, because as we know, in his time, he has been dead for years. However, all we can do is wait and see what kind of things Wilbur has planned. Do you think that Wilbur is going to try and overthrow Las Nevadas, or is he seeking to control everyone? Comment your theories below. And whilst he's scrolling down, I mean, you might as well like the video, subscribe, and join the Discord. Join it right now. Ranboo begins to help Wilbur build a new burger van, whilst Wilbur begins to manipulate him even more. After this, the two go on a big rant. Ranboo says some emotional words, Wilbur cries, Wilbur shouts, Wilbur smacks his hands, and that's just it. Just kidding! Wilbur gets some steak and makes some bread, names the van the Ram Van, and that's it. We're all up to date. Wilbur tells Ranboo to smash in the windows of Quackity's restaurant. He also has a kind of creepy smile as Ranboo does this. Obviously, Ranboo does it. I mean, this is the same guy who literally gave a psychopath his sword. I mean, who does this kind of stuff? Wilbur tells him to do more and more, until the point where he even tells Ranboo to blow up a piece of TNT inside the restaurant. Wilbur tells Ranboo that he passed the test, and that he is proud of him. Ranboo is now stuck. He's taken aside and has gotten into some pretty deep trouble. As we can see, Wilbur is being very, very smart. He didn't do any of this stuff himself. No, of course not. He got Ranboo to do it all for him. Nah, I'm just kidding. Wilbur actually broke one glass pane. What a rebel. As Technoblade famously once said, "Don't you see history repeating itself?" He was actually right. We can literally see Wilbur following the same path he did when creating Lemanburg. He created it to stand up against the Dream Team and have his own nation where they were free of Dream and his rules. Well, now he is yet again creating his own nation, which is possibly going to be called Paradise. This time, however, he is standing up against Quackity and trying to deprive Quackity's business of money and supplies. It's literally the same concept as what we saw last year. I'm not sure whether there will be a war between the two nations, but who knows? It is the Dream SMP after all. What do you think will happen? And how do you think this is all going to pan out? Do you think that Wilbur will successfully build his empire? Or do you think that maybe Ranboo will realize what is happening and stop Wilbur before it's too late? Let me know down in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe.